Let's talk about the tournament generally. We've spoken a lot about Australia, but how does the overall tournament rate, do you think? And look, we'll do on field. There's enough off field that we've spoken about. Is it one of the better tournaments? Are we seeing as well a bit of an emergence around the non-traditional dominant sides? I know two got there in the end, but we saw the run of Morocco and even Saudi Arabia knocked off Argentina game one.
Yeah, look, it's a good point, and I think, given before the tournament all the potential controversy there was going to be, I think it was a fantastic tournament from a football point of view. We saw the emergence also of Asian teams. Qatar, the host nation, obviously not being the one. They lost all their 3 games, which was a shame for the hosts who were looking forward to that tournament. But Saudi Arabia knocked off, as you said, they knocked off Argentina in the first game. And, of course, Iran had a big win over Wales where they weren't really fancied. And then you had the Southeast Asian countries, all from the same group, Japan, South Korea and Australia, all qualifying for the first time for Asia to the round of 16. So, there was some amazing performance. You rightfully picked out Morocco and went all the way to the semi-finals. And, of course, there was some very good wins from some of the other nations, like Senegal had a big win. So, but in the end, it was the 2 big ones that arrived in the final, and it was a super final. And, I think Qatar certainly on a football level delivered all its promises.
Yeah, and I'm not saying we can't talk about the politics, but I figure with you, Robbie, we may as well stick with what's happening on the field. Not that you wouldn't be able to have a crack at the politics, I'm sure. We better finish with what happened in Melbourne over the weekend. And there's no part of me that seeks to be an apologist on all this, but I'm just wondering the extent to which all the sort of hand-wringing's going on within the world of football, from the people who care about it the most. Is it important to put it into perspective? It was a few dozen people. And this moment where it kicked off, it was a flare thrown into the crowd that just seemed to suddenly ignite these tensions beyond where they were already. Where do you sit on this? To what extent is it sort of, we've gone back 20 years, or has it been really encouraging on the flip side to see so much condemnation of what's happened here and so many other fans in the stadium didn't want to cop this?
Yeah, no, I'm not of the view this has taken us back 20 years. There's no way that that is the case. And yes, those responsible, shocking, disgusting, and they will be dealt with. And at the base level, Tom, they're incredibly dumb, because in the modern day, with technology and so many cameras, to go and do what they've done is incredibly stupid, and they should be punished with the full force of the law, whether that be with the police. If that needs to happen, then so be it. And if it's up to the FA and the APL, then life bans are certainly the order of the day. But like you said, it's always a minority that spoils it for the majority. And the one thing we need to focus on, and I've written about it in the Telegraph today, is that why did we get to this? What is the cause root of the problem? And again, not condoning how they reacted to it. They were supposed to protest in the 20th minute, turn around and walk out. The Melbourne City fans did it. The majority of the Victory fans were going to do it, as all the other fans around the league did. This was a direct result of a week ago. The APL, who are now independent from the FA, came out with a decision, and there you go, football is for the fans. They made a decision and a deal with the state government, the New South Wales government, that the next 3 grand finals will be played in Sydney. Now, we don't have time to go into it here, but that is not the way the A-League and the history in 18 years. It's always been the right to host the grand final is the top 2 who play off. And they did it without consultation with their number one stakeholder being the fans, as we just saw, and nobody else. No one knew this was coming, and they just did it and made it for all the wrong reasons. And that's why the fans were protesting, but that doesn't condone what those minority of Victory fans did, but that's the reason why.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. In furious agreement on that. But yeah, I found it a bit odd, the sort of talk of, well, the AFL and the Rugby League do that, but that's the point of difference for the A-League, right?
100%,
they're not wedded to that one stadium, and they can say, we'll take it to wherever the club deserves it. All right, Robbie, great to have your thoughts today. We'll let you get some sleep at some stage. Maybe you'll watch Extra Time one more time just to sack that all in. Thank you.
Yeah, good on you, Tom. And as you can see, it's school holidays behind, so apologies for that. So I'll speak to you soon.
Not at all. They were very well behaved. You must run a tight ship. Robbie Slater there, bringing us up to date on all things World Game.